The U.S. military response to this past weekend's deadly drone attack in Jordan is now becoming more clear.
CBS News has learned that the Biden administration has approved plans to launch a series of strikes on targets in Iraq and Syria. The U.S. says an umbrella group of Iran-backed militias known as the Islamic Resistance in Iraq is behind the attack. Iran has threatened to decisively respond to any U.S. strikes. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin took questions from reporters about the Pentagon's plans for the first time since he was hospitalized for prostate cancer.
This is a dangerous moment in the Middle East. We will continue to work to avoid a wider conflict in the region. But we will take all necessary actions to defend the United States, our interests, and our people. And we will respond when we choose, where we choose, and how we choose.
CBS News national security correspondent David Martin joins us now from the Pentagon. David, we'll talk about what really was an extraordinary news conference this morning in a moment. But first, let's get to the military headline. What are we learning about the U.S. response in the Middle East to that weekend drone attack?
Well, the plans call for a series of strikes that would take place over a number of days against targets in Iraq and Syria that would include the militias which have been carrying out these attacks against U.S. troop locations and the Iranian facilities and personnel who have been supporting the militias and really are the ones who make these attacks possible. Now, the timing of these strikes is going to depend on weather and intelligence. Weather because pilots want to have eyes on their targets, intelligence because these strikes have been well telegraphed. At the beginning of the week, the president said publicly he has decided on what his response will be. And some of these Iranian operatives that the U.S. is looking for, they heard that as well. And so they've had time to either go to ground or get out of the country entirely. So we can't be certain when the weather and the intelligence will come together and the order to strike will be issued.
Now, David, Secretary Austin was taking those questions from the podium. He actually issued an apology for the lapse of communication surrounding his hospitalization. I want to play that for our audience.
We did not handle this right, and I did not handle this right. I should have told the president about my cancer diagnosis. I should have also told my team and the American public. And I take full responsibility. I apologize to my teammates and to the American people.
David, you asked him about his recovery. What did he tell you, and what did he have to say about why he wasn't more forthcoming initially?
Well, when he walked in to the briefing room, he was moving slowly and walking very gingerly with an obvious limp. And he had taken a golf cart from his third-floor office just to get down to the briefing room, which is on the second floor. I asked him if he is confident he's going to be able to recover sufficiently to continue in what is a very demanding job. I mean, the Secretary of Defense doesn't just make life and death decisions. He works very